And welcome to Tabletop News. I'm your host, the author David Applegate. And I just did Tabletop News, but I had a problem. I don't know. I keep having issues with my plugs and cables, and I did not notice that my plug was not all the way in, which meant no audio. Oh, just such a simple, basic mistake to make, right? I really apologize. I know I'm having audio issues as well, so hopefully, and I'm checking audio levels every time I stream. But yeah. But when I check my audio levels, it doesn't tell. I've got also now check the streams. Oh my god! Such a klutz. Such a basic mistake to make. G'day, friends and fans. The bundle I'm holding is my favourite site. Here you could get bundles of RPG material for low, low prices, well below retail. Now, most bundles are time limited. They are averaging 18 or more days, about 18 days for most, some more. It depends. Now, this is an amazing bundle, The Halls of Dan. Now, The Halls of Dan is from July 2022. It's an old school fantasy role-playing game, Mega Dungeon. The complete pack is $24.95. Now, this is the second resurrection. It's a vast Mega Dungeon, over 1,000 pages with over 2,000 keyed encounters. There are multiple entry points, multiple levels. There's 10 main levels and 15 sub-levels. There should be so much variety that no two groups encounter the same halls in the same way. For just $24.95, you get the entire Dione 3 collection and its VTT maps. Now, 12 centuries ago, the cliffside city of Ardenville was wealthy and secretive administration center of the Archonian Empire, seeking various elements known as Acnium. The Actonians delved deep, finding gold, artifacts, and crafts of several past civilizations. After a terrible civil war destroyed the empire, Ardenville was lost. Now, a millennium later, the abandoned city remains strangely intact and unplundered. Pardon me. Now, why? Well, you start to understand when you meet the goblins, the lizardmen, the beastmen, the halfling, thugs. 4 armed albino baboons, various cults, trolls, lords, and other antagonists. Now, originally 5 volumes published in 2022. The hardcover set runs for $300. That's the 1,100 pages is the largest old school, one of the largest old school mega dungeons. That has a rich backstory, many rich backstories. In fact, over 149 monsters. It's an epic campaign of epic proportions. To give you an idea of the size and scale of the map. And you get the VTTs with it, so you can digitally play it. Next up is Sleepy Hollow, a new Year Zero tabletop horror role-playing game set in the 19th century New England town of Sleepy Hollow. Everything you need in the starter collection for $7.95, with a bonus collection giving you extra material. Now, this is not based on Tim Burton's movie or the Fox TV drama, but the works by Washington Irving, as well as many other early American writers. This is 1810 America. Now, 20 years have passed since Ichabod Crane vanished, leaving only behind whispers of headless horsemen. Now, the darkness never left Sleepy Hollow, and as a wandering minstrel, hunter, barber surgeon, schoolteacher, or even a retired Hessian, you can explore the woods, find cursed artifacts, and encounter restless spirits, all the time trying to protect Sleepy Hollow residents from the encroaching darkness and perhaps themselves. This bundle gives you everything you need for $7.95. However, level up, which I recommend you do, for $18.69 you can get the entire collection. Now, the starter collection contains the core rulebook and guide to Sleepy Hollow. This gives you everything you need to know about the town, its people, and the woods around it. There's all kinds of marvelous beliefs, strange sightings, music, voices in the air, wealth of folklore, haunted houses, churches, taverns, ghostly women, pirates, highwaymen, and unsolved murders. I mean, uncaptured murderers, right? Now, using the Year Zero engine, Sleepy Hollow guides you through building characters with distinct backstories, unique talents, and various archetypes. Now, you equip yourself with authentic period gear, weapons, and armor to protect you. There's a 46-page guide to the book. Now, around the village, there's the supernatural wilderness travel rules to take you beyond the hollow, and the they eat bestiary of other worldly horrors. Part of this, of course, you have the journal. Now, the journal is a place to record your discoveries, along with character sheets, milestone trackers. It has adventure logs, clue notes, relationships, secrets, unfinished business, reference material, including a calendar, folk remedies, and superstitions. And of course, then there's the Legend of Sleepy Hollow. This was originally first published in 1820. It tells of Ichabod Crane, a superstitious schoolteacher with dreams of wealth, who arrives in the mist-shrouded town of Sleepy Hollow. There he competes for the hand of Katharina van Tassel, the beautiful daughter of a wealthy farmer. After hearing tales of the village's most infamous spectre, the Headless Horseman, as Ichabod becomes entangled in local legends, his fate is sealed during the terrifying midnight ride, blending humor, horror, and timeless themes. Washington Irving's masterpiece inspired various adaptations. All right, next up we have a Session Zero supplement. Now, this is the introduction to the Haunted Village. This gives you a walkthrough where you can delve into the 19th century and craft unforgettable folk horror experiences using elements that defined a genre, steeped in eerie ambience, and chilling suspense. Explore archetypes tailored for the world of Sleepy Hollow, addressing historic realities with sensitivity. Now, of course, there's structured tools for the collaborative storytelling to ensure everybody gets a turn. Golly good. Pip pip, cheerio, and all that crud. Next, we have I hate when they start including woke elements. This is role playing. Historical sensitivity is my ass. Just tell the goddamn truth and let the devil be in the details, shall we? Now, the devil's 9 questions invites you to walk a solitary path through a haunted land of intrigue, moral dilemmas, and supernatural peril. It's a solo game supplement. Lets you explore the mysterious hollow on your own terms, uncover cryptic clues, navigate tense encounters, and you answer the devil's list of questions. Every choice seals your fate, and the devil always gets his due. Well, you have tools, oracles, and narrative frameworks, a D66 table, 4 NPCs, atmosphere, locations, cryptic clues, and the twists of fate. And tips to enhance your storytelling. Level up, which I recommend you do, and you get the entire collection. Now, the bonus collection includes 3 supplements. These are guides to take you beyond the hollow. Now, the field guide reveals, a scholar, once skeptic. This is a catalogue of strange creatures that haunt the Sleepy Hollow. This documents 14 creatures of the night. Folk magic, spells and charms of the hollow, from charms to protective wards. This is magic of the cunning folk, healers, and witches of the hollow. The parish ledger, as it suggests, is a ledger about the residents of Sleepy Hollow, with their secrets, hidden agendas, and complex ties to the community. This enables you to populate your game with vivid personalities that can be allies, antagonists, or story hooks. Last but not least, there are 2 adventures. Dark was the night, cold as the ground, takes you beyond Sleepy Hollow, where there are ancient forests, fog-dripped bonches, crumbling roads older than the village itself. Spectral riders haunt the crossroads, and old gods stir in forgotten glades. This gives the Game Master tools to create a hex crawl through the wilderness, with dozens of unique sites, wilderness encounters, hidden knowledge, and cursed relics. Next up is A Little Darkness. These are chilling adventures. The 4 little tales set in the Sleeping Hollow about ancient rites, a farmer's daughter, a mummified head, and strange apparitions. Now, this is a disturbing examination of the power of belief, the nature of myth, and the sinister forces that manipulate both. One moment. Let's just check. The audio is still functioning. Sorry about this. Right. Continuing on. Dead Seasons is a zombie horror role-playing game from World Anvil. One price gets you the entire collection, $17.95. Now, this is in English, but is from an Italian publisher. Now, this is a blighted world that has changed forever. You ignored the warnings, and now the world has fallen. Humanity designed the panacea bacterium to feed on pollution. However, it's now a mutated blight, and it's pushed humanity to the brink of extinction. Even death is not the end, as it creates near immortal horrors. Not just zombies. There's chimeras, crimson zones, fungal colonies, and abnormal mycelia. You face dangers, strangeness, and secrets of not only of the blight, but of your fellow humans. This is eco-fiction classics about the end of the world. Now, this is an all-new Dead Air bundle that brings you almost the entire line to date, everything you need to build and protect your communities, even as spore-filled dead air in your lungs brings you closer to the end. For $17.95, you get all 8 titles in this one collection. Dead Air Core Rulebook includes the archetypes and a playmaster screen. Now, the Blight is a catastrophic pandemic that destroyed civilizations, and you're on the edge, where there's a reborn ecosystem, and you eke out life amongst the resurgent wilderness. You are now aliens in your ancestral home. Humans have to contend with grotesque creatures and reanimated corpses, all the while haunted by the dread of sudden metamorphosis in the vessels of the Blight. Despite the harrowing toll, the Blight has there's a renaissance. Cities, however, embraced by wild forests, rivers run clear, and seems teem with life. The earth is reborn. It's a beautiful forest. However, there is the horrors within. Now, this presents world-building opportunities to build both character communities, their evolving habitats. There's a crisis system based on seasons, tracking the progress of the Blight, and consequential transformations of the world. Now, the playbooks are a printable brochure with various archetypes, a season's rulebook with all the summaries, generic gifts, everything you need to choose during character creation. And of course, a printable 3-panel screen with all your tables. Now, Dead Air, A Brave New World is a campaign. It's basically gives you ready to use archetypes, story hooks, tools, and optional rules. Now you can so you got 5 new archetypes, rules for establishing foreign communities, 6 starting communities for your characters, 5 foreign communities for any region, and thematic sectors with pre-made areas. Now, there's a solo mode. This is, as it sounds, you go on a solo survival mission on behalf of the community. The book is a guide to the entire process, scene by scene, making each twist unexpected. There's a fantastic resource for generating situations on the fly in multiplayer games. Daughter of the Blight is a full-length epic adventure, 3 acts. Players are gradually immersed into the game's location, confront many different factions, and thwart the machinations of 2 main forces and uncover a great mystery surrounding the Blight. This is a game for 6 to 8 play sessions. And you get 2 scenarios. Sweet Home is about a disbanded community trying to find a new home and braving the new world's horrors. Wolf Eyes is about the cost of survival, where you are snowbound, lacking food and water, and when you seek help, there's a high price for it. That is Dead Air. Next, we have Champion 6th edition. Now, Champion 6th edition is from February 2021, and it's the second of 2 offers for the hero system. Champions character collection, $12.95, and the Champions collection. All right, so you have the hero system. It's quite complex. The 6th edition was released back in 2009. This has been resurrected twice. This is a flexible, unmatched hero system that lets you create characters, superpowers, spells, equipment, vehicles, or headquarters, and is detailed and very comprehensive. You have various rule books, supplements, and source books to conjure a universe of four-color adventure. There are more than 2,000 pages of 6th edition material. And for $12.95, you get 4 titles, all DR3. However, level up, which I recommend you do, pay above the threshold price of $37.98, and you also get the entire campaign collection included. That's 6 more titles. Now, in the base collection, there's the complete rulebook, the standalone rules. You don't need the hero system, everything you need in the Champions rulebook. Everything you need: characters, abilities, weapons, spells, and equipment. And of course, the hero rules is condensed into a lean format. The campaign book is exactly that. It is the superhero role-playing game, the ultimate guide to creating heroes, superheroic adventures, and campaigns. It's a genre book, a book of guidelines, advice, and rules to help you use the hero system to create superhero characters. You have the history of superheroes, the hidden, the extraterrestrial, and the extra-dimensional civilizations, powerful organizations, secret and otherwise, that influence the Earth, major characters, and of course, a complete superhero team, the Champions, with a base, vehicles, and enemies. Heroes are truly defined by their villains, are they not? However, those superheroes compete without powers, and the powers book is full of them. You heard me. Right, each power template has just like bam, 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 bam. Like you. However, these are all adaptable, so yeah, you tone it down a little bit, a lot. And the book of templates, making character creation easy. Champions, now level up, which I recommend you do, and you get the campaign collection as well. Now, the campaign collection, the Champions universe, expands the setting to make campaigns more exciting and fun. The champion system provides everything you need to run a game. Right. New rules, new everything, right? To expand beyond it's basically expanding the game, because Champions Beyond takes you beyond Earth, where you have superheroes battling in outer space, and you have Malva, a most advanced planet in the galaxy, with the famous Malvanian Arena and its super gladiators. There's also what's happening on the moon, planets of the Earth solar system, humanity's history of aliens, major menaces, and more. What are heroes without villains? Villains come in various forms. You have the powerful standalone master villains, the teams, and of course solo villains. Now, solo villains aren't part of a specific team, nor are they master level villains. However, they work with others for whomever can pay them. Otherwise, they just keep to themselves. Next, we have the Book of the Empress. The ruler. The Empress is an in-depth look at one of the major supervillains. ruler of an entire empire that encompasses much of the multiverse. And of course, she has set her sights on the greatest prize of them all, Earth. Now, this includes a booklet with a bonus collection of various characters. And of course, this is everything, right? It's not just the Empress herself, it's her minions, her vehicles, soldiers, weapons, the imperial bureaucracy, you name it. Next up is the second of two heroes, with Champions being the first. Now, this is for the superhero system, right? Where you have decades of source material. Now, entire collection, 1995. Now, what this is 22 years. Aaron ran 260 RPG sessions for nearly 50 players. Hundreds of games have been documented, and what he's done is produced a series of 8 titles to basically. So there's the supplement Strike Force. This, however, includes. Now let's get it straight, right? It started in 1998, right? This as Strike Force, a Champions 3rd edition supplement. This part here was the supplement itself, Strike Force, was the first 8 years of Aaron's superhero campaign. Right, Strike Force being his leading team. Then he updated it with hundreds of pages of previously unseen material. Then came the sketchbook with black and white sketches. Then the designer character book, right? A character designer and lab files. These are character sheets and villains. Right, and then next one is organizations, all the various organizations in his campaign. It was plenty of material. Each section contains the history, membership, assets, goals, and methods of the group in question. Next up is the archive. 7,000 documents from the of gaming. Now, it starts with an introduction and has an index to the vast collection of 6,928 newsletters, artworks, blue books, character sheets, notes, and other materials. And it's broken into 2 individuals PDFs each, 2 to 3,000 pages each, covering 25 years of RPG sessions. And the original Strike Force supplement, rescanned. This is originally for Champions 3rd edition. Next is Ekorn's Mockball. Now, these are all new supplements from Christian Ekorn. One price gets you the entire collection for $19.95. Now, this is Mockball, don't make it wrong, is a Swedish game, but it does come out in English, and this is the English version. Published by Free League Publishing. Now, the original, that is, Mockball, published by Free League Publishing. Now, Christian's contributed to Mockball, but he's also created supplements under license. Now, 1995 gets you 10 complete English language titles in the collection. Starting with the 4 original supplements. Now, Apocalyptica gives you monstrous classes, diseases, tables for birth and death, new monsters, new diseases, omen side effects, new powers, diseases, and more dungeons. Hallowed, formerly titled Boneheart Crusades, these are holy classes, blessings, and a hex crawl through the Valley of the Unfortunate Undead. Monsters is exactly that. Gives you 20 monsters including and NPCs including cave warriors, warlocks, ergs, and more. Refuge is a Gillibrary of discarded, but has recovered and realized ideas from books like Purgatory and Sacrifice. You have various travel and city encounters, quests, NPC generations, heretic hunters hunting the heretics, dungeons, new monsters, and a table of needlessly cruel deaths. Did I say needlessly? I said hilarious. Two scenarios, Death and Taxes and Monochrome. Well, Death and Taxes is about the depraved and hopeless city of Schreiswick. Now it faces a problem. Two, in fact. One, of course, is demons. The other is the shortage of silver coins. Now, apparently, Death and Taxes, well, can't pay the demons, can't pay your taxes, and comes to death, right? So you're a problem. You've got much to do. You've got to tackle quests from the guild of the utmost eager day labourers. You've got to hunt souls for the devils in the House of Binding Contracts, sell parts of your soul for bread or omens, and, of course, infiltrate the cult of the Golden Tongue. Monochrome is about aliens. A spirit city of marble and grass where the miserable and cruel feminist, Countess Anthelia, has sought to hasten the end of the world by constructing many huge telescopes. This is all to quench rebellious thoughts, rob the populace of colour and warmth. Monochrome gives you everything to kill the characters in familiar fashion, city encounters, vile NPCs, and monsters. However, there are also magical contraptions and more. More cruel, hilarious deaths. Borg is, of course, a book of horror. So, naturally, you have adventures with various horror themes. The Factory is about people being turned into machines. And this may sound familiar. There was this featured in I think in the Thief series, I think it was the third, where there was a artificer who was turning kidnapped people into robots. So interesting theme. This one is about wickerheads stuffed with the organs and memories of the dead. You got to rescue someone before they're chopped up and become factory inputs. However, for fame and silver, a lesser reward, however, does await those who return Aliard's consciousness and memories in the overhauled wicked body. Next up is Holy Femurs. The cult of the Black Disc Carriers are guided by blown prophecy, and they've discovered these in a church that was buried in the deluge of sludge and volcanic ashes. Now, these unearthed texts tell of great treasures hidden in the undercrofts of a decaying house. Now, two holy femurs of the unnamed saint. So you've got to travel down, encounter the strange, kill the unholy, and retrieve the holy artifacts. Next is a rat cellar. A fable as told of time. The sewers filled. Go into the sewers, slay rats. The only good rat is a dead rat. However, they're the hordes of darkness. Hello, Goblin Slayer. Go kill the goblins in the sewers. I mean rats. Alright, Acorn's commercial map pack. 40 hand-drawn maps for use in your own products. Not for individual release on their own, but as part, you can use them as part of your own material. Next up, we have My RPG Patreon Future Fantasy, where there are hundreds of posts with material to create a setting known as the Empire of Elves. Now, currently using the What is Old is New system, but it's easily to convert to other systems. And of course, the goal is to provide you with fun and engaging material doing it. And of course, all my videos and links are going to be posted there. So all the links today will be there as well soon. Next up, we have the Drive-Thru RPG, the world's largest download site where every day new material is uploaded. Now, I picked the best sellers to bring to you. Attention! This is way too much material. You could spend all week just doing videos on everything and get nowhere. Eventually. Now, first up is the Menagerie of Mayhem, Volume 1. Now, this is for Daggerheart, created by Mike Underwood. This is he's one of the designers. Now, the Menagerie of Mayhem introduced 35 new adversaries. Now, these are multi-phase, right? So you got different. You got each tier has different adversaries and of different powers and abilities and challenge. And this is part 1 of the short adversary books. They're going to add more to it, of course, and in time become part of volume of a print edition. But for now, the first part is in PDF. Next is Warlord Ascendant 2nd Edition. This is for D20 or D20 Lite. Now, it comes in various formats. This is a different style of adventure. It's not your standard RPG. This is a solo skirmish war game of conquest and exploration where you command a small war band of mercenaries or desperate peasants or zealous inquisitors, and you're fighting for survival and power. Your goal, of course, is to extend your influence, fight or perish. You have to carve out a domain or become a victim of the brutal 100-year war. All right? So it's a low fantasy world. I think they mean low magic, right? But probably both. And yeah, you create a kingdom, become a ruler. Now, of course, this is a narrative skirmish, but there is solo and co-op play. It focuses on storytelling, character development, as well as competitive play. Every battle shapes the struggle and narrative of the Warlord. So you have Momentum Engine, right? This is Blackoath Entertainment's Momentum Engine, a flexible D20 skill-based system with unique mechanics to include streamlined combat. Now you have a warband of various factions, and you have a campaign to fight across the land. The battles decide the outcome of your story and progression. You have a toolkit for survival. There's various monsters, threats, gear, loot, artifacts, crafting. And it has flexible gameplay. You have hand-to-hand and skirmish battles. You have different experiences to try, either as a lone wolf or part of a team. Now, second edition, of course, isn't just new rules. It is adding new gameplay elements and new ways to play the game. So you have new warbands, new enemies, new gear, new locations, and more ways. So everything is updated in Warlord Ascendant, second edition. Again, I apologize for the mishap. I am sorry. Usually nothing happens when if I accidentally bump the PC, but my ports are precarious. And yes, my microphone is plugged into a port splitter because I don't have enough ports for my laptop. And for some reason, bumping it sometimes disconnects the microphone port. And I didn't notice after my sound, because it just happened after my sound check before I went live. Hoping that my sound volume has maintained itself. Hopefully. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and please support the channel. You can support me on Ko-Fi, Patreon, buy my books, buy my merch. All my links are in the link tree, description below, in my profile, or scan the QR code on the screen. Again, thank you for your time. Really appreciate it. See you in the next video, and bye for now.